What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 71 of my Total Warhammer 3 Vlad and Isabella Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Maldwin got himself a nice little fight against Noctilus where we destroyed his army before he could make landfall and start annoying us once more with a much weaker army than his, which I was pretty darn happy with. In addition to that, we haven't really solved the situation with regards to the Barrow Legion up north, but I do imagine that there's going to be some fighting here over the next turn or so. There's 3 armies and 4 armies belong to the Barrow Legion, several armies belong to Lewin, and I feel like Lewin's army is going to die here. There's no way that it survives, right? There's 4 Barrow Legion armies, unless they go for us instead, which I suppose is a possibility, but, well, I guess we'll see. Anyway, let's begin here. Oh, come on. I guess I don't really need the Tech Thiever anymore, but still, it hurts. Anyway, in addition to that, we also were able to take Camry by declaring war on the Court of Libaras and are now fighting Camry, Libaras, the Drakenhof Conclave, and soon a Big Bird as well. So lots and lots of factions down here and that we're going to be dealing with shortly, which should be pretty interesting, I would think. That's actually a lot for Bathilde to do by herself now that I think about it. Peter's going to move downward to help as well, but, well, I suppose once Yosa's done with the north, he can start making his way southward, but it's gonna take him a while to get there. Maybe it might even be faster to raise another Blood Knight army. Or another Blood Dragon army, rather, not necessarily full of Blood Knights, but, you know, some Blood Knights there. Now, Bathilde, you're gonna have a nice fight against these 2 armies, but let's see what else we gotta do first. In fact, what I wanted to check, or one of the things that I wanted to check, after moving, let's say, Rudy up here. You know what, Rudy, go here. You could hit Gisoro, but I don't really see the point, as in it doesn't really matter. Blackstone Post is much more critical, so let's go here. Pass this. And we'll see. What might happen is this guy attacks us, Kemmler attacks us, and then several of these armies attack us as well, but I'm reasonably confident in Rudy's ability to hold them off. Do we need to apply his last point? I no longer remember what we were saving it for. I think it was a choice, right, it was a choice between the Curse of Anra here and another level there, or another level in Quick Blood, and both of which could be useful. Though, to be honest, we've used the Curse of Anra here like twice throughout the entire campaign, though overcasting it does increase the effect area. And upgrading it reduces the cost of both the upgraded and unupgraded, and reduces the cooldown by 50%, which is pretty okay. Have to think about it. It is a pretty decent spell in certain situations. Anyway, Rudy, stay here. We'll see if we promptly get attacked by a bunch of units. You know what, let's level you 2 up just in case we do. You have everything you need, so actually you didn't need the level. Alright, fair enough. You can get assault units since steel tech is not going to be of any value. You are missing nothing, so let's get you Van Hels, Dance Macabre, and Gaze of Nagash. Good. Alright, well, you're now prepared. So the thing I wanted to see, now that we've defeated Noctilus's army, is he willing to be our vassal? He still doesn't like us very much, mind you, and he probably never will, because he hates our treaties with all of these factions. Or do we just take the Galleon's Graveyard for ourselves? I mean, and the vassalization is possible. And we could pay him 30k for this, but a lot of our allies won't like us for doing this. The question is, I suppose, whether this will be sufficient for them to start going into negatives with us. Considering we're all still essentially fighting the same wars, it should counterbalance that. On the other hand, we could try for the Awakened instead. They are south here. It's probably unlikely we're just gonna ever bother with Lustria, so we may never bother coming down here. It looks like the... It looks like the Bretonnians down here are dead. They are quite surrounded. I will be interested to see where exactly all these rats are going to go after this. And Gorok will probably die as well, because they're just going to turn on Gorok after this. And Rakartha is moving down, so basically all of Lustria will be owned by these 3 factions. And I feel like with regards to the Awakened at the very least, they are probably not as disliked as Noctilus is, at least by our own allies. They still don't well, it's deteriorating. Oh, they don't know each other, do they? But when they do, they're just gonna dislike each other in equal measure. You know what? Let's get Noctilus back. He has family, after all. And we'll see. Let's hope that this doesn't completely screw our relationships over. And do that vassal and balance off. We just have to make sure we declare enough wars for this to fix itself. And this will end up... Ooh, wait. If we do this, you'll break the defensive alliance with Seducers of Slaanesh, which several of our allied factions will, I suppose, like. I suppose there's that. Do it. And there we go. Now we're getting a little bit more positive. Good, and we'll see our own relationships in a second here. Yeah, so the elves are starting to like them a little bit more. Probably not all the elves, but enough. And we will immediately build a... Hello, there we go. We will immediately build an outpost at the Galleon's graveyard, and this will hopefully give us access to Necrofex Colossi. Can we actually build them? Please tell me you have the building that allows you to build them. Syrenes, Mourngulls, Rotting Prometheans, Gunnery Mob... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He never built the Necrofex building. Oh, that's the one thing I really wanted from this faction. You gotta be kidding me. And doesn't he have a special building in the Galleon's graveyard as well? I don't see it here. I mean, on the bright side, though, we can build Depth Guard, in which we can certainly put in a few of our armies. But still, that's so dumb. Come on, AI. I wanted Necrofexes. Also, do we have any missions for ourselves? No, alas, we do not, so I guess we'll ignore that. I just want to quickly check our relationships. So yeah, Ice Court, Carcassonne, Knights of Calidor, several factions, Iate and Avalorn. Our relationship is decreasing. Kuran as well. And Ironbrow's Expedition. Okay, yeah, everybody disliked that. But hey, I'm sure Vlad would look out for Nikolaus. I feel like it's lawfully acceptable. I mean, Vlad had so many opportunities to just kill Manny, but I guess he didn't. He probably should have, as we all know. But anyway, let's see. What do we have to do here? You could move to Eilhart. Boris can't reach Helmgard. Ooh, wait. Can Boris reach Ubersreich from there? I do wonder. Because we could send the Yost to take Karak Asgaraz right now, which may be a good idea. Would he be able to take Altdorf with this army? I mean, it's a bunch of spears. The garrison is not great right now. We needed one more turn for the Ghost Fence to be upgraded. Can Vlad reach Altdorf from here? No. I guess we could raise a temporary army at Altdorf. The other option would be to move Yost there and not take Karak Asgaraz, but I don't want to do that, so we're gonna go for Karak Asgaraz. Because I really want to take this and then trade it to Durthu for hopefully for some kind of agreement. Auto resolve this. Again, game. Okay. Game really likes hurting our black coaches on these auto resolves for some reason. Kind of surprising. Oh well. And hey, Karak Asgaraz kept some stuff, and you know what, let's build a Gibbet here, for example. We're going to trade it to Durthu, but hopefully he'll think it's some worth even more when we do this. Now, yeah, our relationship is decreasing, just out of curiosity. Karak Asgaraz is worth 26. Yeah, oh, we could just do this right now. Or nah, we'll do it next turn, because this turn we'll use it to heal Yost, and then we'll take the defensive alliance and the military access, presumably, as well as the... I'll probably have to pay him a little bit, but yeah, that'll work. Once again, earlier in the game I didn't want to do the defensive alliance with Durthu, but we might as well, because he's kind of disliking us right now a little bit. And if we do this, he'll like us more. Alright, Vlad, you're heading to Eilhart. No mercy. And I guess we're summoning a temporary army at Altdorf. Alright, take it for yourself, thank you. And get a little bit damaged. Maybe it'll bait Boris into attacking us, but I sincerely doubt it. We had so many opportunities, and it never seems to have worked out, as in he was too cowardly to go for it, so, yeah. Alrighty, well, that's good. We are also now going to continue moving... Well, Bathilde can move last. Peter, you can sail out and start moving towards Libaras, or Lamia. Alright there, hopefully you don't find like 3 armies right beside you in the water, because I put you in march stance. But I suppose if you do, you'll have to work for it. As in, survival. Doesn't look like there's actually anybody at Lamia. We may want to just land at Libaras instead and then move up to Lamia afterwards. It'll be good if we don't have to summon a temporary army at Kradtomen though, because I would appreciate foregoing that. Also you, Wallach, you can continue heading southward. Continue heading southward, thank you. And there's nothing to raise here, right? And oh, yes there is. There's Morngul's and Hexrest. No. Okay, you stay here, buddy. You know what? Take out 2 ghouls for now. And get yourself a Hexreth so that we have 4. Get yourself a Morngul so that we have 4. And get yourself your second Mortisen and screw it. No Vanguard deployment, but whatever. And then we get 2 more Malevolent Treemen here to replace 2 zombies or 2 ghouls. Presumably we'll get Necromancer, at least 1 Necromancer here. Gotta be. Probably on a horse, in fact. Is there anywhere we can summon Necromancers close by? Can we summon one here? Yes. Aggressive Intelligent Master of the Black Arts could be useful. What do you have again? Actually, it doesn't matter what you have, because you're probably not going to be the leader of this army. We'll be swapping you out with somebody else. Alright, I guess we'll get the Master of the Black Arts then. Not that it's so great, it's just that it's unlikely that we find anything better. Alright, good, and then you can head upward, and now you're at level 16, so you already have your your corpse cart, though we probably won't be keeping you on it. Since we need Vanguard deployment, we'll probably put you together with the Mortis engines to join the fray, while the army is fighting without them. Had to be a little bit more careful with that army, but nah. At least it'll be different. Okay, Roddy. To where do you go? Now, you should probably head out to Dragon's Death, mostly so you can go to Zanbaijin, which I think is up here somewhere, yeah. Which is a dark fortress and should be worth a lot in terms of sacking it. Same with all of these territories. That said, can't help but wonder if we could ambush with Renki. Are you still suffering attrition here? Yeah, you are. Ooh, you know what? Maybe we stay here. You know what? Go ambush right here. I know this isn't very far away, but the thing is, Village is here and he has another army. If they both move closer, or together with this 3rd army, I'm not sure that Renki would win it. While Roddy can probably ignore all this, and this is also attrition, damn it. I really feel like we shouldn't be suffering attrition here. 100% vampiric corruption, only 46 on the chaos corruption, we still do. Or we could move Roddy down here. Oh, wait, there's no attrition here. Oh, lovely. You're gonna go here then. And you're gonna go into ambush. And then you are gonna go into ambush as well. I'm just gonna hope that Village doesn't go around this way, but tries to go down this way. Because we have some territories that look pretty exposed. And then both of you go right here. Even if one of you fails the ambush, the other one will hopefully succeed. Alright, good. And I guess that's it for this place. We'll see how these guys react. If they move closer, we'll attack them. If they don't, we'll move forward ourselves next turn. Aldous, you're looking to find Wolfie here. I do wonder. You know, we could risk damage by ambushing here as well. Let's do something like this. 100% ambush chance. So you're gonna go here. And I hope I didn't overdo that. Yes, you're gonna go into that, and then Dirk, you're gonna go right behind Aldous, where hopefully Wulfric goes for you, because your army is weak and pathetic. And then in which case, Aldous will kill Wulfric. Good. Alrighty, Renki. Oh, we've already moved you, my bad. Ermin Bachman, you have a place to raise. So raise the Tower of Torment. Like so, auto-resolve it, and yeah, don't bother sacking it. Just raise it. I don't want to be back here. And then we will leave the place and then move back to our own place to heal next turn, and then come back for the Port of Secrets or the Tower of Flies. We might even temporarily take the Port of Secrets, and just so that we have a port in the area, and then we can heal and then attack these places, sack them all, and then leave, and then abandon the port as well. And maybe worth our time. Alrighty, who else? I'm not gonna do buildings. We'll do buildings after Bathilde fights. Maldwin. if we've now vassalized you, do we need to keep Maldwin around? I do like the idea of building a Sylvanian crossbowman armed force, but the thing is, you're now too far from anybody. As in anybody that we're likely to attack. So we should probably delete you. On the other hand, I was thinking about sending another army up to help Nagaroth out a little bit. I was originally thinking we'd do that with Rudy, but it might actually be faster just summon a new army here at like Lyonesse, for example. There's been a lot of casualties, so we can summon good troops, and we could probably draw more troops from several of the battle markers here and go up north, which means that Maldwin is probably not the way to go. That said, I did specifically want Maldwin to lead our Air Force, although it doesn't have to be the Air Force, granted. We could still unsummon him and then resummon him later. You know what, yeah, let's do that. Let's unsummon him for now. We'll give it a turn or so. And then we'll start summoning a new army up north and then send it out to help Nagaroth against the Dark Elves and against Valkia and other stuff like that. Maldwin can come back, which is why I didn't delete his items. Not because I forgot, I swear. Who are you? Gregor. You need to join Bathilde, which you will do so shortly. I forgot that she's still missing some units. Let's move the heroes that need to be in armies, but I'm not going to bother with the tech thieves until after we fight. Do that together with the buildings, as I consider that part of the building admin. Now you, Leopold, you've almost reached where you need to go, so go to Yos, and then you two can meet up. Are you done recruiting? No, one more turn. Everybody will meet at Grunberg, I guess. Also, how are you in disliking us? Not enough. I'm just waiting for them to break these treaties themselves. I assume they will eventually. Although Reikland is falling quite quickly. I do want to wait on this, though, because if we break our treaties with them, Dirthu's going to get pissed, and I'd really rather complete our defensive agreement and stuff with him first. Otto Zubissendorf, you don't have to move. Gregor Van Hal, I think that's everybody, unless I'm mistaken. Everybody that's admin-ish. Also, we may as well want to declare war on the Oracles of Zinch right now. So let's just straight up do that. Huh. It's interesting that they're still disliking us so much, considering the fact that we're at war with a decent number of their enemies. Nah, but then again, we're friends with the defense, with the Last Defenders and the Followers and the Iron Brass Expedition, so yeah, fair enough. Declare war. Draw everybody into this. A lot of factions will like us more for fighting these guys anyway, and in fact, let's see who we are not either in a war or alliance with. At this point, we're definitely a superpower. Decadent Coast and Nagaron we're not at war with. The Awakened we're not at war with. Clan Pestilence is not here, but we're not at war with them. Deserters of Kotep I might actually make a little bit of an alliance with. Talabekland. We either kill them, or we try to vassalize them or keep them around, with the idea that we might be able to get a set of Fire Rain rockets from, or not Fire Rain rockets, Hellstorm rocket batteries from them. So keep them around. Nordland we're probably about to attack because they hate us anyway. Seducers of Sana should be dead. Clan Pestilence are alive, but, you know, we can ignore. We can also declare war on any of these guys as well, if we wanted to. Mostly just to draw our allies in. Everybody else will like us for this. I don't have to do every single one. Like, pick the ones that are furthest away, for example. Not you. Here's of the Dark Straits. I can't see where you are. Can't see the Boys of the Forbidden Coast. Tyrants of the Black Ocean are too close. Alright. Who's who again? Alright, Gentleman Jenkins I know is weak. Let's do him. And declare war.
But my time is short.
No allies have chosen to become involved in this. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you can't draw your allies into fights against these guys. Huh. Okay, I didn't know that. Well, then it's pointless to draw wars against these guys, unless we have allies that dislike them, but no, it looks like the AI is always neutral to those guys. Well, that was a waste of time. Damn. Disappointing. Oh well, now you know what's not a waste of time. A massive, massive battle with Bathilde versus the other undead here. Let's just level up before we do this. We have the Penumbral Pendulum, we have the Pit of Shades maxed out. We could get... Nah, we can't get Dark Benediction here. Get Occam's Mind Razor, not that we really need it. I guess we just keep heading towards Dark Benediction then. Alright, Tenacity for you. And let's go for Fervor, though we should have enough points to get Inviolable anyway later on. Alright, good enough. And you have Wind of Death, you have Curse of Years, I guess you can get Mentor. Everybody needs Mentor, and you have all the other stuff. Oh, wasn't that lovely? We have an extra point, essentially. You can have Specialist. Beautiful. Bathilde, time to attack. Alrighty, Valiant Defeat. I mean, they have a pretty decent Death Star of their own. 3 Vargulfs and 2 Terrorgeists, Blood Knights, couple Crypt Horrors, decent amount, ooh, a Black Coach, more Crypt Horrors, which have a massive amount of HP as we've already seen. And this should be pretty fun. Alright, Bathilde, let's see what you can do. Oh wow, the enemy has the high ground here, isn't that lovely? But I think they underestimate our power. On paper, perhaps their armies are a little bit better than ours. They have 2 Terrorgeists, 3 Vargulfs, 2 Vargeists, and 5 Crypt Horrors between the 2 armies, a Black Coach, some Cairn Knights, plenty of Graveguard, as well as obviously 2 Lords. So yeah, they got much more elites than we do. But it's deceptive, for in reality, their armies are much, much weaker than Bathilde's, as we've seen before. She can deal with pretty much anything. So we're going to open this up by having Bathilde go after the enemy lord. They're going to get a little bit of a dragon duel in the air, and we're going to stop the enemy lord in their tracks with that Tormentor sword from Thrisha. While all that is happening, our Black Coach is going to move in together, but we're going to keep them blobbed up rather than spread them out, as it is the better way of them not taking as much damage. The enemy will be forced to blob up around them while the rest of our army slowly moves in. Looks like the enemy's gonna get a little bit of help from some of the bats, but they're really not doing too much, and the enemy lord is already starting to drop. They really should have committed their entire army to go after our main force here. In addition to that, we do have a few units from our garrison that are going to be moving in front of the rest of the army to take a little bit of the brunt of the enemy charge. We do have to watch out that the enemy sends in its faster moving units from its reinforcements, like its Terrorgeist, its Vargeist, and I believe it has a unit of Blood Knights as well, though I can't remember which army it's in. Ultimately, I suppose it doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, alrighty, back to it. Enemy Lord, you should be dead soon, my friend. Actually surprised you're not crumbling apart already. In fact, you'll just straight up die. And away you go, drop into the ground, and Bathilde is able to move in. Just gonna pop a Spirit Leech on the enemy Corpse Cart. And just to get that Corpse Cart out of here, no more... Damn, that Corpse Cart died quickly. Wow, what... Oh, actually, no, it's still alive. It's just very badly damaged. Okay, never mind. And yeah, we just don't want them to have Vigor Mortis. Here comes the first of our spells, a Pit of Shades on one side of the enemy army, even while they continue to blob up around us. And we do want to get rid of this army as fast as possible. Looks like the Pit of Shades sucked in a bunch of Crypt Horrors, but obviously didn't do too much damage to them. But not to worry, I'm sure our units will be doing the damage. And here comes a taste of our own medicine, Vargeists and a Terrorgeist dropping in. Hopefully for the enemy, the anti-large and the Terrorgeist will be able to damage one of our Black Coaches before we can react to it, though somehow I doubt it. They also do have to deal with both of our Mortis engines as well, and our main army is in now too, so they'll have to deal with them as well. And looks like it's our Crypt Horrors moving in as well as their Crypt Horrors. One of the annoying things about fighting like-on-like battles is units that don't have color schemes, like Crypt Horrors, where you can't tell your Crypt Horrors from the enemy Crypt Horrors, similar for Vargeists and Terrorgeists and the like. I mean, maybe they could have had the Mohawk things that they've got going on and be the color scheme of your faction. I don't know what to do about the Crypt Horrors, though. I don't know, just like a broken flag from one of the spines on their back or something. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, let's just check back with what we've got in terms of the balance of power. The enemy's lost nearly 1,000 troops, well, 800 troops at this point, and as we can see, they're not the balance of power, the HP bars on a lot of those units, they're pretty bad. Our Vamp is also going after the new enemy lord, the Necromancer, the Master Necromancer, and his Tormentor Sword, Helm of Discord, and Spirit Leech on him. Look at those stats, 0 and 4 melee attack and defense, 0 armor, and will probably get ripped apart by Thrisha fairly quickly, which leaves Bathilde to continue killing Crypt Horrors down here. Looks like the enemy's going to try to move its Black Coach to go after our Black Knights, but I'm sure that they should be able to destroy it, as generally speaking, chariots versus cavalry, it goes in favor of the cavalry. And another Pit of Shade's going to go down on top of the Vargheists this time, where the Crypt Horrors have too much HP to get damaged by this, and the Vargheists are certainly a lot more glass cannony, and between the Pit of Shades doing armor-piercing damage and Bathilde hitting them, I think that should damage them pretty badly. And there we go. Looks like the Crypt Horrors are damaged pretty badly as well. The rest of our army is making its way through. The enemy Terrorgeist is just about dead here, and we should be able to move forward. Of course, the enemy still has plenty of troops coming in. Those 3 Varghulfs very slowly, very slowly marching towards us. And here comes a charge between the Black Knights and the Black Coach in here, and no, yes, maybe. Looks like the rider of the coach can't decide, and there we go. We can surround that, no problem. Looks like the enemy Master Necromancer has fallen, and while the enemy still gets more troops here, it looks like they have no more spells to cast, and thus no more advantages. If they could have cast a Pit of Shades here, they could have actually done some damage. But alas for them, not possible. Once again, it does look like Bathilde's army will triumph without too much damage to it, and it looks like Bathilde's found herself a Terrorgeist, who she's already taken near to half HP as well. They really should have known not to have even tried this. Yeah, that Terrorgeist is going down. Bathilde is basically unhurt as well, and there doesn't seem to be too many troops remaining from the Graveguard and the Skeleton Spears / warriors that hit us in the back. We've also separated our Mortis Engines to the opposite ends of our own blob / Death Star here, so that they can dish out more damage, but then we move them in to make sure that the rest of these units die before we move towards the newcomers. And look at those 3 Varghulfs working together. Isn't that nice of them? And they'll protect each other, maybe. And then for how long, who knows. We're going to keep summoning zombies on the field as well. Plenty of zombies, I should say, both from our Necromancers and from Bathilde. And that'll allow us to distract the enemy army while Bathilde moves in and starts working on those Varghulfs, while the rest of our army tries to join the fray. Looks like our Black Knights have also taken care of that Black Coach. We can see its ruin in the buried in the dunes there. Oh, I like that little spiked half of a torso. Well, actually full torso, but spiked torso. Torso with spike through it. There we go. Alrighty, and let's see, we are Spirit Leeching 1 Varghulf, going after another Varghulf, but the rest of our army is moving in. The enemy does have a unit of Cairn Wraiths, which could potentially dish out a little bit of damage, but of course the Mortis Engine being nearby, I don't see them surviving too long against that. Nor our Black Guard at that, who do magical damage. Well, let's see that balance of power. Very much in our favor now. 700 enemy units remaining, 2,000 down. The Varghulfs and the Crypt Horrors still have to be worked on. There's still quite a lot of HP pool remaining to this enemy army, but our blob appears to be superior, and we can continue summoning zombies on top of them as well. Alright, Bathilde looking like she wants to go after another Varghulf, but I think that the enemy will crumble apart. There we go. Looks like the battle is ours. They aren't gonna bother with the rest of this. I think the AI knows that they have absolutely no chance here. I still find it very strange the way the units drop, staggering when they crumble apart, as if they were hit, even though they weren't. Like they were knocked around with a invisible hand, and there we go, as we get a heroic victory for that, perhaps unsurprisingly, considering we took very little damage. And I don't recall whether the balance of power from the start was in the enemy's favor, but I think it was. At the very least, I think the auto-resolve may have been, or maybe it was a Pyrrhic victory. I suppose it doesn't matter. Ours was heroic, their damage is heavy, though I think that a decent amount of them will revive here. Let's find out. Alrighty, well, there we go. Once again, a very definitive proving of just how strong Bathilde's army is. And what the heck is this? Wait, are you telling me that their raised dead has brought every single thing back to life other than a unit of Graveguard and 2 units of Fellbats? Every single thing. Huh. I guess this is something to do with the endgame scenario, right? Because there's no way that that was random. Usually raised dead doesn't work nearly this well. It must be buffed. Interesting. We'll take the money this time, not that... Well, actually, we could use some money. Still lots of places to go. And really? They're all at... This... What? Wait. Okay, that army got destroyed, but this army got half its HP back instantly? Damn. That's pretty annoying. And hey, look, Manny is here. And Manny has the weakest army of them all, funnily enough. We do want to take Springs of Eternal Life. I was thinking that we'd attack the Black Pyramid of Nagash, but I suppose we could come back for it. I did also want to take Numas, but we can't abandon Camry, so it might be better to take the Springs and go up to Numas afterward. It would be annoying if our friends here took it before we could, and though it's very possible that they will. Might not be possible to cross... What's the garrison like at Camry? Yeah, it's basically non-existent. We can't just leave it like that or it'll get attacked. Damn. Alrighty, so Bathilde, in that light, we're gonna have you destroy Raynor. Close victory. Okay, now we're gonna have to manually fight this. We'll just do this real quick with just the, with just her Death Star. Auto-resolve. Being ridiculous as usual. We just defeated this army. The auto-resolve should know that we just defeated this army and that we've taken no damage. One day, in Total War, I don't know, Total Warhammer 17 or something. Probably never go that high, but someday, I would imagine AI is going to get integrated into, well, most games, including Total War, assuming we all survive by then, and we will be seeing much better auto-resolves due to it learning, hopefully. I won't hold my breath, but hopefully. Let's get you and you to be group 1. You can be group... Okay, like so, group 3, and go. Alright, you go after the enemy lord, you guys go after it doesn't really matter, and speed it up to max. You are going to go past the enemy lord, and you're going to prevent him from running away. Like so, and there we go. Now he can't run. Let's get that Helm of Discord up and running, and... look at him getting battered from both sides. Pretty funny. And oh, look, some of our corpse guards are taking very slight amounts of damage. Group 3. Attack here. Enemy lord should be just about dead. I guess we could summon some zombies if we really want to. And we can also speed up. Speed this up by popping a Pit of Shades down, let's say right there. And let's get a heal going on one of our damaged corpse guards. Alright, like so. You can do Black Periapt. You can also, you know what, use your Dragon's Breath. Transfix them. Do that, then breathe right here. That actually might damage our own units. You know what, just go for the Black Coach instead. And you help out with the Black Coach. Alrighty. The rest of our units should get here shortly. I do want you to get another heal on that Black Coach, although the enemy army should be done pretty quickly as well. Ah, look at all those dead Crypt Ghouls. A lot of blood, and okay, they're all melting already, damn it. How are we gonna heal that corpse cart? You know what, not corpse cart, Black Coach, every time. I need you to remove yourself from this situation, and then you two can go get heals, because Bathilde can't heal. Actually, she should be able to shortly, wait. You here, Necromancer march by himself, Bathilde heal these two, like so. Alright, good. And then Mortis Engine can keep fighting. You can go get another heal from our Necromancer friend. Alrighty, speed it back up to max. Bathilde, you can get your healing potion. Black Coach, you are gonna get a heal from our Necro, like, oh, damn. That's why I was trying to hurry up and get the heals there. Always, because whenever you fight undead like this, it doesn't really work out. And they all melt, but this time they ain't coming back. Lovely. Yeah, so I guess every army with this endgame scenario essentially has to be fought twice because they have superpowered raised dead. It would be nice if we got that as a reward for the ultimate victory, if you presumably wanted to continue playing after that was done, so that you have like super raised dead in all your armies. I don't know what the reward is for the ultimate victory, but that would be a pretty good one in my opinion. Continue taking the money. I mean, yeah, we're a little bit hurt, but not really. We'll be able to make good use of the cash. Then, you are free to attack Manny. Now, he doesn't have much of an army himself, and Pyrrhic victory, I doubt it. Mostly I want to have a duel between Bathilde and Manny, so we're gonna have to fight this, but I guess we'll do this manually as well. Mannfredly, damn it. Manually, I can't do it, so... I'm sure there's something in there, but I can't do it. You keep marching southward. Oh, man, you're gonna get assassinated, aren't you? Maybe not. We'll see. Okay, let's do the rest of the admin, and then we'll have a quick duel against Manny while the rest of the army fights by itself. Renki and everybody is ready to end the turn. Auto is good. Tech Thieves. I suppose we'll need to move you as well. You have 2 more turns of Tech Thievery. We have 5 more turns of research, so I guess you can keep researching. 660 research, that was pretty nice. Alright, go for Wrecker's Point one more time, I guess. There you go. Alright, you should be good enough. Start moving southwards. Who else? Assassin, you're exhausted, so you can't actually assassinate, but you can move up here. You're gonna get corrupted by Chaos shortly. You, I guess, stay here. Go to Jusoro. Wow, 27? No. 47. Better. At least you succeeded. You got 5 turns now, which means you're out of here. You're no longer needed. Although, actually, I suppose, now that I think about it, the more damage we do to this faction, the more other nearby factions will like us, so not necessarily a bad thing. Next Tech Thief. You are the one that's nearest to Castle Drakenhof, and you're almost there. We'll have to keep an eye on how much our income from this particular territory rises from this. And just out of curiosity, because it'll determine whether we actually want to bother keeping these guys to raise it, or whether we want to delete them. Somehow I doubt that it's going to rise by 345 per, but who knows. Next Tech Thief. You can ignore this. What are you at? 7 turns? Yeah, screw it, you're good. Go back to Castle Drakenhof now. No more of this admin, and oh, you're the Chaos Corrupted guy, so you have the -5, don't you? -5, control, but we don't have control problems. Not one of the issues with vampires. At least not when things are corrupted, and they do get corrupted fairly easily. Also, you can have this stuff, not that you need it. And I do believe that's everything, other than building, of course. Alright, let's do a little bit of building, though there ain't much, because we don't have all that much cash right now, so we spent it all. Saber Mountain, do we want to upgrade this place after all? Screw it, why not? I know that it's mountainous territory, but, well, at the very least, the gibbets will always pay for themselves, so it won't make much of a difference. Fort Ostrosk, you're gonna get traded away, so you don't matter. Barrier Idols, you're good. Salzenmund, yes to the upgrade. Trollheim Mountains, Tower of Crack. I'm gonna leave you as you are for now, because we might upgrade you, but we might also not. Let's do that. Castle von Rauken. Yes, Norden up next, but don't really care about it. Bordeaux, I thought I had done the Morso Valley Vineyard. Oh, I guess we had just built the level 1, but not the level 2. Fair enough. Sartosa, you can get the Smithy's Tavern, which is okay. I mean, it is another landmark building, I guess. I don't care about the control. Your recruit rank +3 is only here, but it could be useful. 300 money is going to take a long time to pay for itself. 20 turns. Oh, definitely get the animated wine press, though. You know what? I will wait for Smithy's Tavern. I'd rather get the wine and the gibbet. They'll probably provide... Well, the gibbet will straight up provide us more money. The wine won't. I don't think it'll provide us enough trade, although we're at 21k in trade. It's not bad. It's just that this costs us 7.2k. Nah, you know what? Get it anyway. You know what? Let's also do this so that the landmarks are beside each other. Yes, I just wasted time doing that. Alright, Hawkland, you're up next. Definitely Gibbet. And, or Gallows. 1350? Was that actually the cost? Okay. And Western Badlands, we're okay here. Middle Mountains. River Erskoi, definitely you. And I believe we're out of cash. How close are you to tier 5? Pretty far away. Still want to get that Boca Palace rebuilt. Income from all buildings in province, so at least this province will be generating an okay amount of cash. Plus Lord Recruit rank plus 2 faction-wide does help us out. Alrighty, well that's all we got. Yeah, see, look how much money we need. We have to develop so damn many territories. We need like 100k per turn minimum. Hopefully we can raise a few more Chaos Fortresses shortly and get another 20 to 30k for each one. Anyway, let's do one more thing this episode that we have time for. We're going to send Bathilde to kill Manny. I guess this is a full Bathilde episode. Alright. Once again, we'll do this manually, but we'll watch the fight between Bathilde and Manny. It's just that this army is pathetic. Fight battle. She already had her cinematic. And this is just cleanup. Although I do wonder how strong Manny will be on the field. 64-52. His stats are a little bit better than Bathilde's, but I'm willing to bet that we can debuff him or buff ourselves more than he can. But I suppose we'll see. Alright, Bathilde, you two, go here together so that Manny can't run from you. Oh, you guys are together already. Group 2, you guys are not quite in the perfect formation, but nearly. Huh. It's almost as if the game remembered. Surprising. Alright, you guys go into group 3. And you guys stay behind in case you get to charge anything. Stay away from those Blood Knights, though. They'll insta-kill you. Alright, group 4, good. Alright, you two, go for Manny. Watch out for that Terrorgeist, though, as he could be annoying. And then the rest of you two go forward. You guys rather go forward. Travel together, though. You guys group up and travel together as well. Speed up. Use your Black Parry after right now. And let's have you... Oh, they're casting Spirit Leeches on us. Well, it'll be some Spirit Leech wars here. And go here. Get ready to summon zombies under you. I don't imagine Manny will run, but we'll nonetheless debuff him and hit him in the back. We do have his other flying units to contend with as well, after all. Alright, in and Tormentor Sword, Helm of Discord, and start killing him. You stay away though, don't actually fight him directly. Bathilde can, you can't. Speaking of Bathilde, you start summoning some zombies under you. Good, and here come the black coaches and stuff. We want to set them here so that the Mortis Engine effect hits Bathilde as well and keeps healing her. Bathilde, you can use your Spirit Leech against Manny. And I need you, other vampire, to start attacking the Terrorgeist. Because Bathilde's currently fighting both the Terrorgeist and Manny and the bats, and even that is, even for her, is a little much. She can use Transfix and Seduction for now, though. Let's buff ourselves. You, oh wow, you're gonna need a heal. And like so, good. At least she is distracted the Terrorgeist, but it may be a while before we can bring it down. She's Enfeebling Foe on it. We should use it on Manny as well, but it looks like we're winning against Manny at least. Also, while we're here, you know what, Bathilde, you can cast... how are you guys? You're coming. Slowly. Somewhat surely. And you know what, let's cast some spells. Right there, and right there. I just want to complete this portion of it so that we don't have to... Ooh, wow, you reached your healing cap. Okay, fine, you can't beat the Terrorgeist. You were never built to be an assassin like Emmanuel Posner was, so you can't be doing this. Bathilde, on the other hand, is doing just fine against Manny by herself. Alright, you can run. Maybe this Terrorgeist will land now. Yeah, you stay away. Get that debuff up and running. And that significantly reduced the count of enemies. Now let's just watch the rest of the duel. Everybody's got black dragons, or zombie dragons rather, and let's change the angle so we can actually see everybody. I assume nobody's here is badly hurt, right? Yeah. Terrorgeist is... Oh, look. These guys have landed. Okay, fine. You go here, move in to debuff everybody, but stay away from the Terrorgeist. Bathilde's nearly defeated Manny, and she can summon another set of zombies. And I'd really like one of the Mortis engines to actually move in and help out these units here. You can debuff but heal yourself and stay away. And let's watch Manny drop. So yeah, it does seem that Bathilde in a one-on-one is considerably stronger than Manny. We've stopped debuffing stuff a while ago now. Oh, he's gonna get one more Spirit Leech out, I assume, but it will not be enough. And he will drop. Nope, damn it. Not quite on cue. One more hit. He's crumbling now. This always makes me nervous because I'm not watching the HP of the rest of the army. Hopefully nobody dies while we're doing this. And there he goes. Ouch. That looked pretty painful. Alright, let's see what we're working with now. Everybody else seems more or less fine. You guys need to consolidate your units. We need to move one of the Mortis engines once again over here. You can use your ability against the Blood Knights here, though you do need to help, or heal rather. Let's summon some zombies. Let's also buff ourselves with that Staff of Damnation. And good, Mortis Engine, you're going where you're supposed to be. Everybody else consolidate here. Mortis Engine, go here. I also want to point out that Bathilde didn't even need to use her potion of healing in that fight. Alright, seduce the rest of these units, summon some zombos. And you want to Spirit Leech these Hex Wraiths, for example, as that would be the best use of that. Alright. As I said, it did look like a pretty trivial battle. I do have to wonder, though, did Manny have perfect vigor? Because if he didn't, with his army in march stance, that might explain why he was so weak. Most of our lords at this point have perfect vigor, though, as they do get it from Seasoned Campaigner, I think, was the ability, or was that the movement thing? I don't remember the name. But most of our lords do get it, and I do imagine most AI lords would get it as well. And how we doing? Looking pretty good. Bathilde's mini Death Star has destroyed these units, and it looks like the rest are gonna crumble away. She got her duel against Manny. Get your healing up right now. Ah, damn it. Should have just used it after defeating Manny, because she was never gonna get hurt again. And there we go. And just like that, he's been defeated. I do imagine he will come back before we destroy his faction. And oh look, we actually had some losses this time around. 19, presumably, skeleton spears died. We gotta get our second vampire and second necromancer in here to replace this and this. And yeah, once again, I probably want to replace the knights with black coaches. And they do provide some magical attacks, like they probably could have fought the Hex Wraiths and traded pretty evenly with them. Or maybe even destroyed them, depending on whether they're buffs. But I don't think we have buffs on them, do we? I don't remember. I'll let us occupy the place. And what's the defeat rate for Manny? Attrition, minus 50% casualties suffered from vampiric territory attrition. That's the best defeat rate I've ever seen for another vampire. Honestly, that defeat rate should change when you're a vampire defeating a vampire, because that's ridiculous. It takes up slots. It takes up a slot in the defeat traits just for that, and it's nothing. It's literally nothing. You dare. Silly. But anyway, now that Bathilde's taken that, she'll heal up, unless, of course, she gets attacked by these guys. And oh, look at this. Kairos is up, and while he is hurt, let's have a couple armies out here. More for Bathilde to fight, I suppose. I imagine they're going to take Bagar, although I suppose they could just destroy it as well, because clearly we have a bunch of ruins here. We've also told Draika to come down and take Orion's camp, but it's probably going to be a while before she gets to us. And oh, she's going to go for Agrul Migdal. Well, it sounds like we can reach it anyway. Anyway, that's it for this episode. We are unfortunately out of time, so next time Peter's going to continue moving down to Lamia. We're going to see about trying to get the Blackstone Post and the landmark there for ourselves with Rudy. We are going to continue the war against Reichland with Vlad and probably summon a temp army at Altdorf. Probably just a bunch of zombies. Don't really need anything else, and it's not like we have the money for it anyway. And I think that's about it. Renki and Renki and Roddy might be fighting next turn, but they might not, depending on how these armies react. We'll see. We'll see. They should see these weak taken territories and think that it's possible to attack, but either way, maybe we'll catch Village, and if we don't, we'll move out ourselves and start sacking these territories for all that extra cash to continue developing our empire. Anyway, stay tuned for more Vlad. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.